I'm Laura Kreitzer, President of Congregation Rodef Shalom, and I'm delighted to have the opportunity to welcome you here to our congregation for the Eli Bobo Sephardic Food and Music Festival. We sometimes have a lot of fun between the Ashkenazim and the Sephardim of our friends here at the congregation. But even if you've grown up with Sephardic food and music, or this was your very first time to experience it, I know the food was beyond fabulous. The music is going to be wonderful. We'd like to thank Eli Bobo and her children, Ralph, Bobby, Sylvia, and Michael, and the extended Bobo family, which helped in the preparation of the food and the planning, and to welcome all the Bobos who have come from near and far to celebrate this evening, to celebrate Eli's memory, and for all of us to have a wonderful time together. Thank you for being here, and enjoy the show.
Good evening, everybody. It's evening, right? Is that the right time?
That's the right time.
So earlier this week, I asked the office how many people have RSVP'd for this, and they said something like 85. And I said, no, that's just the Bobo family. How many real people have RSVP'd? And they said, we don't know, we don't differentiate here. I said, okay. And I know that for a fact because in November, on Thanksgiving Day, the Bobos had the unveiling for Eli, Zikron Nola Bracha. And they said, Rabbi, don't worry, it's just the family. So I leave home and I go over there. I'm like, the entire cemetery is filled with people, living people. And it's the Bobo family because they're that big. So just for the fun of it right now, if you are a Bobo, please stand up. You may be seated.
Yeah.
When we were meeting about Eli's funeral, I learned a very sweet story about Eli. And that story was that when Eli's father passed away, Mama Bobo, whose food we've been eating all night, I understand, said to Eli that they were going to keep the family together. And that they were going to keep the family alive and well and the traditions going strong. And I think that Eli rose to that occasion. I think he kept his family going strong. I think he served as the patriarch very well. And I think that is something to be honored. And I'm so joyful that the Bobos got together with Cantor Corn Morsel and made this day happen. And I thank all of you for your generosity and your help and your work and your time and your sweat and everything to bring this all together. And I guess there's only one good way today to end this introduction, and those would be the words, Allah Mike. God be with you. So Allah Mike, and may Eli's memory forever be a blessing to all those who ever met him.
Welcome everybody. So this is a Sephardic food and music festival, right? So who are Sephardic Jews? No, this is a question. Who are Sephardic Jews? So first of all, let's say that the name Sephardic comes from the Hebrew word Sfarad, that means Spain. And Sephardic Jews are often subdivided in Sephardim, that are Jews from Spain and Portugal, and then Mizrahim, that are Jews from the North Africa and the Middle East. Tonight we are going to enjoy their sounds, their music, and their rhythms. Tonight we remember someone whose mother was born in Aleppo, Syria, and whose father was born in Egypt, for sure not Ashkenazi Jews. And Sephardic music was a big part of his life. Today, we are celebrating his life, and welcome again to the first Eli Bobo Sephardic Food and Music Festival! We make a special ceremony called Havdalah. By doing it, we try to keep the Shabbat sweetness and warmth during the whole week. Today is Sunday, but by eating delicious Sephardic food and also by enjoying very nice music, we keep Shabbat with us. Laner Veli Sami. 1, 2, 3.
Amen. they became very popular in cars. Whenever we would drive somewhere, of Syrian music and songs.
This was especially painful on long drives to visit his sisters in Miami and Georgia.
We would sit in the back seat and quietly think, why can't we be like normal families and just listen to Q105?
And as we grew older, we remembered how much Dad loved listening to those tapes, and it helped us to appreciate our Sephardic music and foods.
And we are even more appreciative that he has helped us pass along these Sephardic roots to our children. For this and so much more, tonight, we honor you, Dad.
We find beautiful melodies, Sephardic melodies in our literature. On Shabbat we have the Hallelujah. And this Sephardic melody, set to it, is really amazing. So let's enjoy it. The Hallelujah. Here we have Jackie, come in. Clap your hands.
long car rides with mom and dad. They didn't even make cassette players. So we sang along with dad some of our most fond memories of family gatherings on Sunday at mom and dad's house. After a few drinks, Uncle Papa would take out a Zoom, and Dad would plant himself right next to him, and they would sing Arabic and Hebrew songs as family members joined in, while eating matzah and our favorite Syrian foods were cooking in the kitchen. We were normal. One thing we all agree on is that Dad left us an amazing Sephardic legacy.
The author of Adonai is Solomon ibn Babylon, an 11th century Spanish poet and philosopher. Adonai fits with any music, and here we have a Sephardic version of it. Adonai.
Keeping it together.
And Eli was the patriarch of the family.
And Papa died when he was just about 20 years old. And he had to take over everything, him and Mama. Says, I guess we'll have to take care of the family. We had 6 still living at home at the time. And Eli was like a father as well as a brother to all of us, all 7 of us. It was just one of a kind. It was really one of a kind.
Eli he was very much like his mother. Everybody was welcome. Everybody wanted to come. He loved a good time. He loved a good party. He treated his friends like family. And I think he set the pace for all of the family to come. And all the people came into the family. He was always welcoming and open to all of them, no matter how old, how young, family, not family. he treated them all the same, and he set the example, along with his mother, that the family tradition, that everybody was welcome.
He also loved Judaism. He loved the songs. He loved especially the Sephardic New South, the Sephardic renditions of a lot of the songs that we do on the holidays. I'm sure didn't know him long enough, but he used to love to talk and sing to you some of them that he knew, and you kind of picked up on it a lot. Bobby was a lot like you guys too, because y'all were talking about making this music festival. No charge for anybody. I just want anybody who wants to come, let them come. We won't pick up the bill for everything. And that's the way Eli was, that's the way Bobby is.
These monim are traditional Jewish melodies that we sang in different occasions, like during Shabbat meals. So now we're going to have 3 of them, and we are going to be looking at here and also to the screen, because we're going to have the refrain there on the screen so we can sing together. This is like a sing-along, a Shiravet Zibor. So these songs we sing every Shabbat during our Shabbat meals. Here Shmira Shabbat is the first of them. Second one, Soli Shelo. 1, 2, 3. So imagine that you are in the house of the Bobos, singing on Shabbat around the table and singing all these beautiful songs. This is what we used to do. This is really what you do.
but I think I probably knew him more than anybody else did because since I was 12 years old, we've been working in the store together. And he taught me everything that I know about the grocery book. How to cut meat, how to display it, how to stack the shelves, how to weigh everything that I've ever learned, I learned from him. And Eli is always pushed me to do as much as I could. So as much as he did, I tried to always be one better. But Eli was the kind of a person, he was not only my older brother, he was my best friend, and he was my friend forever.
And all I want to say is this, we had a good time, and I'm going to always remember the good times we had together. Love you.
Okay, here we go, the old choir. Father's Day. Joint Nicholson, Terry Glass, Luis Norman, and Sherry Friedlander. Come ahead.
Really, before Papa passed away, I was spending the night with dinner with my mom, and we were having breakfast one morning, and I put on, Papa was doing laps around the dining room with his walker, trying to build back his strength, and I put on Talam and Betabua, one of his favorite Syrian songs, and he literally was walking, and when the second I put on the song, he took his hands off of the walker and just started dancing like this. And Grandma started hollering at him, but we all kind of smiled, and that just kind of goes to show how much Papa loved that music, and well, it's a fond memory I have. Probably some of the most meaningful time I spent with Papa was sitting outside at the pool with his iPad, and we kind of took on a project of trying to find all his favorite songs. And so we would go on Google and YouTube and type it in all different kinds of stuff and translations, and play the song. No, that's not it. And try to find another version of the song. Not it.
And then finally, his eyes would light up when I found the exact tune that we were looking for. And so I saved it to the home screen, so all I had to do was mash that button and it would sing it. So mine is less of a specific memory and more of a remembrance of the feeling that you got when you went into the family room and Papa was there. It was relaxing. He made you feel like just very comfortable, and he'd ask you about what you're doing and what's going on in your life. And the same is true in bar mitzvahs and at synagogue and in any place where there are a lot of people. The way you felt around him was that he cared about you and he cared about so many people, but the way you felt, and presumably the way everybody felt, was that he cared about you. And that's what I remember most.
Is a poetic Hebrew love song from the early state of Israel, beloved not just in Israel, but throughout the Middle East and around the world. It's been recorded in many, many languages, and the Hebrew means evening of roses or evening of lilies. It's become a favorite of weddings, as you likely know, but also a favorite among folk dancing, including belly dancing. The music is by Yosef Hadar and the lyric by Moshe Dor. They were first recorded in 1957 and then were recorded all around the world by artists as diverse as Ziafa Yarkoni, Harry Belafonte, Nana Muscuri, Miriam Makeba, and many others. Erev Shoshani.
So here's one of Papa, Grandma, and my mom and me. Just one of me and Papa hanging out on a Friday night. This was me lighting the candles with them for Hanukkah. I believe it was a couple of years ago. And that was obviously after the prayers. Here, this was when Papa was in the hospital, and it was his birthday. So we got all of the cousins on the different FaceTimes and sang happy birthday to Papa. This is another one of Papa while he was in the hospital, and one of Papa sitting outside, which he frequently did. This is actually my favorite photo, though. We had dinner at Antifa in New York about a year and a half ago, and we decided, let's call Papa. Well, we ended up FaceTiming Papa, and Papa and Antifa got to FaceTime each other, which I thought was a truly awesome experience, as you can see how happy they both are that we were able to do this. And this is definitely my favorite memory of FaceTiming with Papa.
I remember a few years ago, we were talking outside of the beach one day, and I was like talking to Papa. I said, tell me the story of how you proposed to Grandma. And then he went on to tell me this ridiculous story of how he proposed to Grandma. He told me that he went over to her house one night, went to go speak to her dad, and just said, I want to marry your daughter. And then it was just known that he was going to marry Grandma. He didn't ask her, he didn't see her for 2 or 3 days after that, which kept her on edge a little bit. But in the end, they share one of the greatest loves. This is a picture of when he actually did propose to her 2 or 3 years ago. I came over and I brought her a ring. And I told Papa to propose to Grandma in front of all of us so we could see and make it official. So this is one of the photos from that.
What are we doing? So Ladino is the Spanish Jewish dialect, language really, spoken by Sephardic Jews. So Ladino spread throughout the Mediterranean after Spain expelled its Jews in 1492. We have beautiful gems of Ladino music, and tonight we are sharing with you 3 of them. And the first of all, we have here George Zucker, that loves Ladino. Okay, so the first one is 18 años tengo. You see, I don't have accent when I speak in Spanish. 18 años tengo. And this is, I am 18. I was walking down the street and suddenly I saw a beautiful woman, a beautiful girl, and I fall in love with her. This is 18 años tengo. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need your clapping. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Caminando por la plaza he conocido una mujer de cabellos todos su gracia de ver, de cabellos todos su gracia de ver, por ti mi santa madre mi vida entera, por ti mi corazón se me desespera, no sé lo que haré, no sé lo que diré, no sé lo que haré, no sé lo que diré. Toda tu vida me hizo enamorar, mi corazón latía por no poder hablar, mi corazón latía por no poder hablar, por ti mi linda madre, mi vida entera, por ti mi corazón se me desespera, no sé lo que haré, no sé lo que diré, no sé lo que haré, no sé lo que diré. 18 años tengo, la flor más de vez, me grande lleno fuego por la primera vez, me grande lleno fuego por la primera vez, por ti mi linda madre, mi vida entera, por mi corazón se me desespera, no sé lo que haré, no sé lo que diré, no sé lo que haré, no sé lo que diré. Now we have another song. I want to invite Rick Berlin, because he's going to sing for us the second Ladino song.
but a lot of it has to do with the sadness of romance, and this one does first as well.
Y te quitó corazón ella no te dio para amor seguro corazón ella no te dio para amor seguro no quiero la vida del amor adiós, adiós querida, no quiero la vida del amor mother gave birth to you and brought you into this world, she gave you no heart. Mother, goodbye, farewell, beloved. I do not want this life you have embittered for me. Go, look for another one. Go knock on other doors. Hope for some other passion. Because for me, you are dead. Búscate por amor, alabados, has preparado que para mí sos nueva, has para mí sos adiós, adiós querida, no quiero la vida de la verdad adiós, querido, no quiero
Not necessarily that word. In a few months leading up to my bar mitzvah, Papa would take me and my cousin Abe to Rhoda from morning to midnight. There, our staff would let me and my cousin Abe take turns leading the ushering among other prayers. I can remember praying to Papa like it was yesterday. He would always say the prayer a little bit louder than everyone else, and he'd also finish it after everyone else, kind of like he wanted God to pay attention to it. One of the things that Papa always did every single day was donate tzedakah. He did this without fail, and that's just the kind of guy he was. And so after services, we would all go to the back in the kitchen, and we would take down a little bit of scotch, and Papa would drive me and Abe to middle school.
Two things that brought me to the most joy in life were his family and his Syrian culture. That's really all he needed, and we're so honored that everyone's here today to celebrate his memory and his love for Syrian culture.
Hi.
No, that was good.
You know this song. Mira, el cielo Everybody, come on. Ave Maria, Padre querido, Padre querido, dulce Israel. Ave Maria, Padre querido, Padre querido, dulce Israel. Ave Maria, Padre querido, Padre bendito, dulce Israel. Ave Maria, Padre querido, Padre bendito, dulce Israel.
Okay, we were asked, what are our fondest memories of Uncle Eli and Syrian music in the Bobo household? And a couple of things come to mind. One is, during Passover, we would always sit around and sing Who Knows One. We would sing it in Arabic. Uncle Eli would always be at the head of the table, and everybody would sit there and bang on the table during the song. That's one of my fondest memories, as well as at Mama Bobo's house. Uncle Abdo would always be there playing the oud. He and Uncle Eli would sing. One of the songs Uncle Eli would sing, and he'd give different verses each time, is, "It ain't gonna rain no more, no more. It ain't gonna rain no more." Anyway, he would sing those, and believe it or not, my mom would get up and belly dance at times.
Another favorite of Uncle Eli's and how he played every bar hop mitzvah is Jeremiah was a bullfrog. And Uncle Eli was up dancing or he was banging on the table, but always the center. And one of the last ones that we remember, and it's our fondest, is also our dad's, is Mipiel. That is one of his favorite songs, and I think it has resonated throughout the whole family, as I think we all have an affinity for that song as well.
the boat trips, Las Vegas trips. One of the funniest times when we went to Panama. In our group, Uncle Lee was the only one that got up and danced with the naked women. It was a lot of fun. Funny as hell.
We have so many amazing memories with Uncle Eli. He loves his Sephardic and Syrian culture, and he loved to share it with all his family and friends. Some of my fondest memories are our holiday dinners together. He and Uncle Sammy would run the Seder, and then after the festive meal was served, they put on Syrian music, and one of our relatives was playing nude, and they'd be singing along, and he'd be banging his hand on the table in rhythm to the music. And I'll just never forget those amazing memories we have with him, along with just spending quality time with him at his house, and hearing all the stories from his upbringing. We love him, we miss him, and all these memories will remain there in our heart forever.
Miss you, Uncle Lee.
So now, a modern Israeli pop song with a lyric by Uzi Hitman and music by the Greek composer Stavros Kourtousis, who is one of the most significant Greek composers of the 20th century. It was his original pop song, it was a hit, in Greece that inspired the Israeli hit. And the English translation that I'll sing for you tonight with the Hebrew is my own. Toda.
more appropriate tribute to Uncle Eli than the Sephardic, Eli Bobo Sephardic Food and Music Festival. I know that he, in his life, he enjoyed, first of all, number one, family. Second of all, he loved to have a good time and music and Sephardic food. And I know if he were here now, he would be enjoying this so much. And this has been a very good thing for Run of Shalom, this whole event. And I want to thank the Bobo family for sponsoring this event in memory of Uncle Eli, Auntie Chella, Ralph, Bobby, Sylvia, and Michael. And thank you for putting this to help continue to help to make our congregation a great congregation. Also, I want to thank my cousin Alan, who worked very hard for the all these traditions that we had. And he gets this, honestly, from his father, who Uncle Abdo, we'd listen to for hours on end, playing the oud when we were younger, and singing all these traditional Arabic songs. And he was also the cantor during our services, when we would have the old Sephardic services in the old synagogue. And he had a very beautiful voice. And Alan helped preserve these traditions that I remember so well. The first annual Sephardic Food and Music Festival, and we'll continue to do this for many years.
Two songs, really short pieces of two songs that my dad would play. These are Arabic songs, and Uncle Eli would be sitting next to him. They would have a great time singing these songs. And Uncle Eli would be next to him, feeding him drinks, making sure they had plenty to drink. And the first one, Kalam and Betabu, is about a guy, a young fellow visiting his girlfriend. But, you know, I've seen the lyrics online, and I don't think that's exactly what they were singing, because they seem to have a lot more fun singing it. And I think it kind of took a little different direction in the verses that they had. The other song is called the Wheat Song, I'll Come. And this was written for a movie by Muhammad Abdul Wahab. And this is, you know, it's in the movie, they're actually picking wheat, and this is his song, and it's called the Wheat Song. So I'm just going to play a little bit of it. And they love to play the song, love to sing to it. Hope you enjoy it.
No, we will.
Storia, passati valori.
And then the lead song will come after. Okay, this is the lead song. Yeah!
Big round of applause to Alan and the whole Bobo family.
Sephardic tapes in the car. My favorite were him, Mama, and Uncle Abdul. I always looked forward to the holidays when we all sang together.
Papa loved his Sephardic music, and he would sing in his thick southern drawl. Not being raised Sephardic, Passovers were a little different. After the Seder meal, we would sit down and sing songs and bang on the table, and it was great because you had the kids, you had the parents and grandparents, and those were some great memories.
We're gonna sing. We need song sheets. Everyone, we made a bunch of song sheets, and I'm not gonna play it. We're just gonna all sing the song like we do in Passover, and at least a good portion, part of it.
We need copies.
That's right. So
It's a famous Passover song.
Hey, we got one.
So come on. Okay, 1 second, Michael is going to say something.
Excuse me. Excuse me 1 second. I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight. It really means a lot to our family to have you all here to share this great memories of my father Eli. And I also want to thank Cantor
because it was his vision to put this together, and without Canada, this never would have happened. And I want to again thank everybody for coming. Appreciate it.
If anyone has something that looks Sephardic too, or Greek, it starts with mini lam and mini adri. We only have like 20 copies, and I think people pick them up and we could use them because we don't know this by heart.
Family, Ralph, Jojo, Gil, Eli. Let's go, guys. First beginning, are you going to start? Let's do it. Top to bottom.
All right. Now this. We're going to bore you guys and do it from the beginning because it does mean something. When we passed out the English version of this, who is one is God.
Verse 13, affairs that a Jewish family would have. And the first one is not only affairs, it's how the world began. And the first one is God. Number one is God. He's the one that created everything. Number two is Moses and Aaron, who started the whole thing off. Number three was Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They're the three fathers. Then the four wives, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, Sarah. Who knows five? Five is
All right. And there is an English version of that out there, so you know what we're saying in Arabic.
Six books in the Mishnah, 7 days in the week, 8 days for the rituals, 9 days a month for pregnancy, 10 words in the Torah, 10 laws. There's 11 stars in the sky. There's 12 tribes of Israel and 13 years of the Bible.
Here we go.
That's so you'll have an idea of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Matt Feynman, Schwarzberg, Lukas Kudry, Rabbi Kershen, and Alan Rofi. Okay, before we begin, I want the lights down, please. And let's look at the screen. Let's look at the screen. Sephardic by Pamela Decker, so thank you very much also. Coffee and desserts, Sephardic desserts.